Hi everybody, today I will show you how to use Zendesk. So let's just begin. Okay, so first of all we have to search for the Zendesk on the Google, and as you can see that Zendesk is basically the customer service software and the sales CRM. So let's click here. So now let's just have a look at the Zendesk. So in the Zendesk we actually have the different products. We have the Zendesk for the service, we have the Zendesk for the sales, and we have the Sunshine platform and the marketplace. And in the pricing, we have the pricing for the two different services, the Zendesk for the service and Zendesk for the sale, and we have the solutions. And they provide the solutions for the enterprise level, small and the medium businesses, startups, industries, and etc. And we'll have the demo here and we have the resources here. So now let's just get our free trial here. And from here you actually need to sign up. Okay, so here you actually need to register your email and you just need to fill up the basic details here. So I have already created the account on the Zendesk, so I'll simply log in into that. So I'll just simply go back and from here I will simply sign in. So click on the sign in. Alright, so as you can see that we are inside the dashboard of our Zendesk account. So first of all we have the dashboard, and after that we have the views, and we have the customers, we have the organizations, and we have the reporting, and in the end we have the admin. Okay, so first of all we'll simply explore the dashboard, and in the dashboard you have the two things, the open tickets, and the second thing is the ticket statistics. Okay, so what is ticket? So ticket is basically the complaint. So let's just imagine you have the customer, so he has some issues with the login, he cannot log in into his account. So then what will the customer do? Customer would actually come to you and tell about his problems, and after hearing the problem you will actually create the ticket for that. You can consider the ticket as the complaint that you have to resolve. Okay, so here you can see that we have this sample ticket, so let's click here. Okay, so in the ticket we have the customer, and after that we have the description of this problem here, and we can simply reply it from here. So it could be the public reply, but I can also give it a personal reply, or I can also call the customer as well. Okay, so here we have the requester. So requester is basically the customer, and here we have the assignee. So assignee is basically the team member who will actually give support to the customer. So right now I don't have any assignee in my account here, so let's just skip this. And we also have the followers. So in the follower we can basically add the agents, admin, or the light agents as followed to keep them informed of the ticket's progress. So here we can actually add the agents, admins, or the light agents. So after that we have the text. So in the text we will basically describe the ticket here, and we also have the type. So it is actually the question. So the format of the ticket is a question, or it is an incident, or it is a problem, or the task. And from here I will simply set the priority of the ticket, whether it is low, whether it is normal, high, or urgent. So from here I can also link the problem. Okay, so here you would have the details of the customer, that the email and the local time and the language, and I can also add the note to our customer here. Okay, so from here I can actually submit our ticket. So if it is open, it simply means the staff is working on the ticket. If it is pending, it simply means the staff is waiting for the requester to reply. So in the last we have the sold. It simply means that the ticket has been sold. And in the response I can also add the attachment, and I can also add the link here. Alright, so let's just go back to the dashboard, and from here we will learn to create a ticket and user and the organization. So let's click on the ticket right now. So the process is really simple. You have to add the requester, that would be the any customer. So right now we don't have any customer, so I can simply add the user here, and that is really easy. All you need to do, you just have to write down the name of the user, and you have to write down the email of the user. And in the last I have to select the user type, whether it is the end user or the staff member. So this is actually the end user, so I'll simply click on the add, and as you can see that in the requester we have our customer, and in the assignee I will simply go into the support, and I will simply add myself to this particular ticket. And in the follower we don't have anything right now, so I can simply add the tags here. So that would be the urgent. Alright, so add the tag, and I can also write down the nature of the ticket, whether it is a problem or the question. So let's just write down the question and add here, and in the similar way you can add the text. So from here we will actually select the type of the ticket. So it could be the question, it could be the incident, or the problem, or the task. So right now I'll simply select the question, and from here I will set the priority of the ticket, so that would be the high. And here I can simply write down the subject of the ticket. So let's just have having issues with sign in. Okay, so that is actually the subject of our ticket, and from here I can simply write down the description of our ticket. So I will simply write down the description here, and right now I will just simply submit this ticket. So let's click on the submit as a new, and now the ticket is actually saved. So we'll simply go back and let's click on the dashboard, and as you can see that we have this new ticket that we have created. So we can simply change the status of our ticket in the similar way that we have done for the sample ticket. Okay, so now how can we add the user? So we have already added the user. So in the user you actually need to add the name and the email of the user, and if you want to add the organization, you will simply click on the organization, and in the organization you will write down the name of the organization. So ORG, that is the name of the organization. VB, that is the name of the organization. So we have to write down the domain of the organization, that is vb@business.com. So that is actually the domain of the organization. So let's click on the add, and this would add the organization. So in the organization we can actually add the multiple users. So as you can see that in the organization we have the tickets. So right now we have no tickets. So let's go into the users. You will be able to see the number of the users, but right now as you know that we don't have any users. So how can I add the user here? That is really easy. You just click here, and from here you can actually add the user, and we have the related. So we don't have anything in it right now. So now we have learned to create the ticket, we have learned to create the user, and we have learned to create the organization, and along with that we have also responded to the tickets. So how can we resolve the tickets? We also learn about that. So now we'll actually go into the reporting. So in the reporting we actually have the Zendesk support, we have the Zendesk guide, we have the Zendesk talk and the Zendesk chat, and you can also do the talk live. And here you will be able to see the current queue activity, the total calls in the queue, the callbacks in the queue, and we also have the overview of all of these things that are written here: agents online, widget callbacks in the queue, average wait time, and the longest wait time. So you can see here we have the overview of all of these things here, and after that we have the agent activities. Right now we only have the single agent here, which is actually the offline. So that is enough for the reporting. So now I will actually go into the admin. So in the admin I will simply go to the admin center. So in the admin center we actually have the account. So in the account we have the billing, security, audit log, and the other account essentials. And in the people we actually have the team management, and the user, and the organization fields, and the bulk actions and the tags. And in the channels we actually have the different ways to connect with the customer, from the email to the talk to the messaging and the flow builder. And we also have the workspaces, which will actually manage how the team members use the Zendesk, from the view and the macro to the agent workspace. And we have the objects and the rules, we have the apps and the integration, and we have help and the support. Alright, so now let's just go back to our dashboard. This is how we can use the Zendesk for the customer service. And if you really find this video useful and you also learn to use the Zendesk, hit the like button and subscribe the channel.